the button to go live. Yeah.
Okay, so we got a new theme song, huh?
I just hit the button. Now, this is just the beginning to hang out time, friend. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. You're jacked?
I am jacked and I'm back.
Oh no. That you know what Jack Mike gets us, right?
Well, look, it all depends on which mic it gets you. Does it get you the angry mic? Does it get you the passive aggressive mic? Does it get you the lovable friendly mic? Does it get you the all I know is that it's the entertaining mic that showed up tonight.
Good. Well, that's what we're all about. Hey Justin, what's happening? Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. Just kind of playing with the levels here before we get going on the real show. Waiting on everybody to slowly trickle into the room. Hey, friends. Good to see you all here tonight. We're just kind of hanging out for a few before the show.
Turn this all the way down.
Oh, Mike's just turning knobs over there. You know, show's live. He's over there just cranking away at the knobs. You know, why not? Why not?
It's like I'm live in the newsroom. What do you want? News was breaking, so I had to fix it.
Well, yeah, and not only news, but I think your printer was breaking a minute ago, right?
Well, you know, as part of the breaking news.
Yeah, right.
When news breaks, don't look at me.
We fix it. All right. Well, hey, everybody that's here, good to see you. Take a second for me. Do me a favor. Everybody hit that like button, whether you're watching on Facebook, YouTube. Hit that like button real quick. It helps us with the Facebook and YouTube algorithms. I don't normally ask for that. Hey, good to see ya.
Close the door.
Helps us with the Facebook and YouTube.
That's our unintended guest tonight.
Yeah, that's all right. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you guys for hitting that like. Just it helps us a little bit. And so what we're gonna do while we're just hanging out, Mike? You hear that? Do you hear that noise? That's a beautiful noise, isn't it? Neil, good to see you. Oh yeah, there you go. Everybody's hitting. I can see you guys. Well, I'm gonna do tonight because I am in a heck of a mood. We're gonna give away a 1921p Morgan silver dollar in brilliant uncirculated condition.
BU as in beat up condition.
Oh, as in nice uncirculated condition. And for hanging out with us early, you guys, all you have to do to be entered to win this sucker, hit that like button. You're here. I can see your likes coming in.
Wow, that sounds easy.
I know. We're going to give you guys just a second. And then from this list, Mike, I can see it. You can't. I am going to have you pick a number.
As usual.
That's how it works. That's how it works around here. So this is nice going. You guys are gonna want to hang out tonight. We have plenty of giveaways. I have some 2021 Silver Eagles just chilling here.
We have some fun scheduled tonight. This is episode 193 coming up. So
Jeez.
you know, we're closing in on 200. We're like back for a new season. You know, Mike Tober is here.
Mike Tober. I forgot about Mike Tober. What day is your birthday again?
It's July 21st.
Wait, why was it Mike Tober?
Just because it's Mike Tober.
I always thought that it was because your birthday was in October and the whole month was about your birthday.
No. This is just
It's just an arbitrary Mike Tober. Got it.
I just hijacked October and decided to make it Mike Tober.
Okay.
And that's that.
Jim, Michelle, Peggy, Neil. Hey guys, how are you? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Looks like we've got everybody with their likes in. Mike, I need you.
I see a lot of likes.
I need you to pick me a number between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
And I won't make him go through it. I won't make him say an integer
14.
and a whole number.
Okay. I need a number between 1 and 16. Go.
3.
3. Let's see. Number 3. Oh, well. Paul and Peggy Mashad. You guys win tonight. 1921.
1921.
BU.
Silver dollar.
Yep. So we'll get a hold of you guys after the show to get that shipped out to you. I will ship it to you. So awesome. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Sometimes it just pays to be here. Sometimes it just pays to hang out with us. You know what, Mike? I'm feeling crazy. Let's give away another one. Pick another number. Pick another number.
12.
12, 12, 12, 12. 12, 12, 12, 12 is, I gotta scroll, I'm putting in a flip here. Let me scroll down here real quick.
Now, are these 21 planes?
Yeah, 21 P's.
There you go. They'll go very nicely with the Morgan dollars if you ordered the ones from the Mint this year.
Let's see, 12. 12, let me count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Jim Lewis. Jim Lewis, what's up? He said a minute ago. There you go. Jim, we'll get a hold of you after the show here in a little bit. There you go.
All right.
Yeah, awesome.
Awesome.
So, and you know what? I'm feeling crazy tonight, so I might give away a little more later during the show or after the show even. Who knows? Stick around, find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah.
So I'm rested. I'm
Good.
refreshed. I am back. Things are definitely back in place.
Nice. Tim says he received his reverse proof set today.
Reverse percent. Very nice. So I think he posted a picture of it on either Friends of the Coin Show or it's a really nice looking set.
Did you see that post today from the gentleman that came in the store that I told you about?
I did not.
I'm going to read this to you because it's just that good. He came in the store today, or he posted on Friends of the Coin Show today. If you guys aren't in there, you should be in there. It's pretty great. He posted a picture of a 13 V nickel, the 12 V nickel he handed me, and then my face. And he said, his name is Brian Bass, and he said, was going to post the coolest thing, but I missed the window of opportunity before the comments were closed. On a cross-country trip from New York to California. So I decided to drop into Lost Dutchman Rare Coins and play a little joke on Matt Dinger. I walked in and asked to speak only with Matt because I had a rare coin that he had been recommended to me. He did a real good job of that, by the way. I told him I saw a similar coin on Google that sold for millions, and since mine was a year older, albeit not in as good a shape, it should be worth at least $500,000. He said, Matt was patient and professional as he explained there were only 5 made and millions of the 1912s, and he literally had thousands of them he could sell me at 50 cents a piece. He said, I let him in on the joke and told him who I was, and the whole shop had a good laugh. They really did. I was kind of like,
you were patient and kind through that. You are better than most.
I don't like jokes playing on me, but it was a pretty good one. So I at least give him props for that.
Sure.
Said the whole shop had a good laugh. I'm sure he deals with this type of walk-in all the time. I pay people to do that. It's not me. And I myself often have to deal with similar questions. As I believe there's a sign in his shop that reads, your Google search does not equal our numismatic knowledge and experience. There is. I really enjoyed talking with Matt and browsing his awesome selection of eye candy in the shop. Highly recommend to anyone in the neighborhood. I hope to be able to drop in on my return trip next week. I'm going to have to get him back if he comes in. Just saying. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. Might hit him with a water balloon in the middle of the store. I don't know. Something.
We'll have to see.
We'll have to see.
I love doing stuff like that. The revenge part, not the.
Yeah. Look at this. We got people in here from all over tonight. Eureka, Missouri, Lancaster, England, Rensselaer, New York, Pensacola, Florida. Guys, it's awesome to have you guys here. I hope you guys stick around for the show. We love doing this show. We love hanging. I like this new part where we just come in and hang out.
Really, really fun show because I've had a lot of pent up. I mean, we haven't been out. We haven't really done a lot of stuff. We took some time off. We kind of needed to get our stuff back together. And, and here we are. And it's like, I'm just like so stoked to go tonight.
Rip roaring and ready to go. You did. You gave me how many news segments did you give me, Mike?
I think there was 12.
12. Well, I should probably check and make sure I have 12 stories open.
Typical news agate, as I like to call it, contains about 1,100 words.
Typically. I have 13 open.
Okay, 13.
Okay.
So typically, I mean, I try to keep it under 10 because you don't want to dominate the show, right? But
Right.
tonight there was just good stuff, and trust me, it's going to go fast and it'll be okay. But yeah, so I have 1,400 words tonight, so I think I'm a little pent up.
And then we have your coolest thing tonight. If you guys participated in that, I shut it down a little early this time, just because I think the time before we had almost 80 responses and it took a while. So I didn't want to be going on forever with it. So I'm going to try to start doing that. I'm going to give a little more warning on the Friends of the Facebook, or I said it again, Friends of the Coin Show on Facebook. I'm going to give a little more warning when I'm going to shut that down, but I'll probably leave it open for like 2-3 days, just so we're not like, have to spend an hour on it. I love seeing your stuff, but
we do it every other show.
Yeah.
So if you didn't get in this time, or if you want to get in next time, it's like 2 weeks we'll do a show with our coolest thing. 4 weeks we'll do a show with your coolest things.
That's right. That is right. Well, sir, you want to get this show going? You have anything else you want to talk about?
I have one other thing that I want to share with you. So I was thinking, this is the kind of stuff that actually usually happens in our Patreon show.
Yes.
But I'm going to run an idea past you.
Yeah, go for it.
So you know how we're doing the new thing with the authentication?
Yeah, the real deal. The real deal. Yeah.
The real deal. That's what we're calling it.
I think so.
Oh, I like that. So the real deal. I thought that there could be a counterfeit co-part to it.
Okay, so like we get a
actual counterfeit stuff, or we show pictures of actual counterfeit stuff and show why it's counterfeit and what to look for.
I was actually, when I was getting ready for this this segment tonight, I was doing a little homework just for funsies, looking at other things we could do, and I found a couple-year-old course material link for the ANA's counterfeit detection class. So
always good, always a good one.
So,
I've got an actual hard copy of that.
Good. Well, that might looking through that might give us some ideas of stuff people might want to see too. So yeah, we are doing the real deal tonight. 1877 Indian head pennies is what we're covering, and it's going to be fun. So
yeah.
With that said, Mike, you got anything else?
No, let's light this candle.
All right, let's do it.
Like you did.
I did. Whoa. All right, let's do this.
Okay.
This is the Coin Show Podcast. The show about coins and coin collecting. And not just any show. This is the #1 coin collecting podcast. Going 10 years strong. Here's Matt Dinger and Mike Nodelman on the Coin Show Podcast.
It is episode 193 of the Coin Show Podcast. Oh, let's try this again. I'm Mike.
And I'm Matt.
And we're totally professional 100% of the time. On this episode of the Coin Show Podcast, Matt and I will bring you the real deal on the 1877 Indian head cent. We will talk about your coolest things and show those off.
Mm-hmm.
We'll also handle any kind of excitement that happens within our show. I know that we have a giveaway to do because it's the beginning of the month.
Yes, we do.
So because of that, we're going to give something away. But first, as always, the news.
Mike, this is my... I say it every show, but this is like my second or third most favorite part of the show now, because I have some other parts of the show that are pretty awesome. So, who is the news brought to us by tonight? You said you had a good one.
If it's leaking down to your second or third favorite, I'm going to have to amp it up.
I think so.
This episode of the Coin Show Podcast is brought to you by clocks, helping the world keep time for over 8 centuries. They're versatile. They're wonderful, but own more than one and you'll never really know what time it is. Even a broken one is right twice a day, but what else can you say about we're clocks?
Nice. I like that. That's good. Clocks.
Yeah, I stumbled all over it.
It's okay. It's fine.
I'm way out, maybe.
It's fine.
Yeah. So, in the news tonight, David Ryder has resigned as director of the United States Mint.
I saw this big news.
And while it's easy to dance around and say hooray, right? I think it might be short sighted to lay all the problems at the U.S. Mint at his feet.
I mean, yeah.
In his favor, right? I was unaware that this was his second term as Mint director.
I didn't know
Really?
that.
Yeah, he also served under President George Herbert W. Bush from September of '92 until November of '93. And I don't believe that this first term was riddled with controversy, but some of the issues he was dealt were far from his own doing. He was not only able to keep the U.S. Mint running throughout the pandemic,
Right.
but was able to increase coin production while creating a safe work environment for Mint workers. He also managed to keep bullion coin production at a level that supported markets to varying degrees. Ryder was also present at major coin shows and events in order to interact with collectors, supported coins like the 2017 P Mint cent
Yeah.
and the West Point America the Beautiful quarters, just to name two of his successful programs.
Yeah.
Now, not everything was a huge success. The 2017 enhanced uncirculated coin set was met with frenzied enthusiasm, and then it crashed and burned when thousands of orders were canceled or returned because people just didn't like the product.
Yep. Yep. I remember that very well.
Limited mintage products and a bulk purchaser agreement was likely the last straw for collectors. So, products which were mint staples like the Proof Silver Eagles, Silver Proof sets became limited mintage products without any explanation as to why.
Yeah.
And then worse, were sold out in a matter of minutes in the middle of a workday, shutting out longtime collectors and creating a flipping frenzy for basic items.
Mm-hmm. You know what's funny? I'm sitting here looking at this story and looking at the picture of him. And the picture of him and his face, it kind of looks like he's like, I tried. They picked a very interesting picture for him.
I'm definitely not even going to say anything because it's,
I tried.
It's just too easy. It's too easy.
Oh, geez.
Too political.
Yes.
So, yeah, we try to shy away from that. But, that said, but if that's not bad enough, the special releases of the time were even worse. Between the Morgan and the Peace dollars, the designer sets, both silver and gold, and the reverse proof eagle sets, all I can say is enough is enough.
Yeah, buddy, I agree with that.
So that said, it is likely this pressure that drove Mr. Ryder to resign. We will see if the problems are resolved by the new acting mint director. More to come.
We shall see.
Right, we'll have to see. So I am trying to be as fair as I can, even though I probably, voiced as much of a protest, against what he was doing as anybody else. But I do want to be fair in saying that, look, it's not the first time he did it. There were some circumstances that were, just wildly out of his control.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. But some of it was of his own making, I believe. So.
Absolutely. And make me curious personally as to what the motives were behind doing it.
Yeah, I agree.
So speaking of the new acting mint director, Allison Doon will replace Ryder in the interim as acting mint director. Hopefully, another full-time director will be appointed soon. I would not, however, expect that of Ms. Doon. She appears, at least from her resume, to be more of a financial officer than a director.
Okay, well.
So, the skills generally expected of a mint director include marketing and PR on a grand scale. And with this in mind, there's no better temporary guardian for the mint director's position, as she'll understand the monetary aspects of the mint business. And I hope that she'll review the current bullion pricing structure, as I believe that it has become just absolutely antiquated compared to the other mints of the world.
I doubt much is going to change for the time being. I think until somebody actually gets appointed as the mint director, I don't expect much to change.
It is typically not going to change by somebody who's in an interim position. However, I'm just saying that she has a real financial nose, right? That's where she's been her entire career. I think that there's a major problem with the U.S. Mint just in the way that they distribute bullion. Let's take gold, for example.
Yeah.
Instead of a flat rate like most of the mints around the world charge, like Canadians and the Royal Mint and the Perth Mint, the U.S. Mint charges a percentage.
Yeah.
And because of that, the premium on gold eagles just start getting really, really obnoxious.
Yeah,
when they don't have to be.
yeah, that's
And
true.
they were basically put into place when gold was $350 an ounce.
Yeah,
So in that, in that regard, it's like that and the anti-counter or the anti-money laundering statutes and stuff like that. I think they all need to be reviewed just for proportion to what is going on in the world now.
that sounds like a job for the next Met director. I don't think Miss
Well, maybe
Dune is going
it
to.
might be something for a financially oriented interim to point out to the incoming director.
That might be possible, but again, I don't think you're going to see any kind of sweeping reforms happen until somebody permanent gets into the position.
Well, I mean, think about how long it went before Ryder got into
I
that
know.
position. It was vacant for a long time before that.
Yep, I know. I know.
No. So, the coin collecting community on Facebook scored a major victory.
Oh, I saw this. This is really cool.
According to the Anti-Counterfeiting Educational Foundation, Facebook has become the platform of choice for fraudsters and scammers in search of unsuspecting victims. The ACEF, in association with the ACTF, so that's the Anti-Counterfeiting Educational Foundation, in association with the Anti-Counterfeiting Task Force, have published a list of, quote, red flags that will help identify fraudulent ads. And the Coin Week article gives us a review of these and other tips for identifying bogus websites that might belong to scammers.
It's gotten really bad, and I'm glad they finally did something about it. I spend quite a bit of time on there, just in my everyday. But man, I would see 2 or 3 of them a day some days, and they were obviously, targeted towards people that aren't collectors, that just wanted to have something cool and old. And man, they were horrible. I saw one that actually used pictures of people that we knew, like real people in the coin business, and it wasn't them selling it. So, I mean, they don't really care. They're just wanting to sell their counterfeits any way possible. So,
and what was really odd was that they'd use pictures of real coins. They would give very, very real looks to this. But I mean, anybody with any knowledge of the way the market works with these coins knows that they just don't sell for under melt.
Right.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
It gets high, and that's a different story. But I mean, when melt is $20, you're not going to get them for 10. It just doesn't happen like that. It doesn't matter how many of them they've bought. It doesn't, I mean,
there's no way they can sell them for that. It just doesn't happen. And I feel really bad because we get people that bring them in the office all the time, unfortunately, and that's the number 1 or 2 place where they get those fakes is Facebook. So be careful.
So, the Anti-Counterfeiting Task Force is something that does some really, really, I mean, yeoman's work in this regard in trying to help do that. But I think it's really cool that that actual collectors, that us, people on the internet, had an influence on shutting down some of this when seemingly Facebook had no interest.
They don't care. All they want to do is sell ads. That's all they were about. They didn't do any. And the thing is, you know what the really weird thing about this whole situation is? Their platform actually banned the sale of numismatics. Gold bullion, silver bullion, and collector coins are actually not even allowed to be sold on Facebook. Right now, they kind of turn a blind eye to the groups that sell them. But in their terms of service, it is actually written that you're not allowed to sell these things. So why would they sell them ads, if they're not even allowed to be posted on their platform in the first place? I don't know.
And yet they foster groups with that interest.
Yeah.
And and there's all kinds of groups where you actually can sell and buy and stuff
like
that.
Right. There are definitely plenty of great groups on Facebook that you can do business safely, but
Facebook is all about the money, and I think they're pretty bald-faced about that. And that's scary.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it seems to not matter to a lot of people.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we should be hair on fire about it. That's just me.
You ain't got much left to be on fire, friend.
Pardon me?
You said be hair on fire, and I said you don't have that much left to be on fire, so you better be careful.
I do. I have plenty. Remember, it was pink last year.
I know. I'm just messing with you just because you're old.
Well, old I am. That you can mess with me. The United States Mint has also released the 2021 uncirculated mid set.
2021.
Wait a minute. I skipped one.
Oh, you did? I was going to say, what are you doing here, friend?
Released the limited edition silver proof set American Eagle Collection.
This just seems like another way to sell coins for a lot of money that aren't really worth it.
Yeah, this set was bound to be different from last year, right? There's only 2 quarters this year.
Yeah.
With 2 types of silver eagles, there actually is more silver in this year's set.
Yeah, I mean, but again, it's like I've never even seen one of these. Have you even ever seen one of these?
When we buy one of these, we turn around and we dump it on eBay and we make huge money.
I've never even seen one come in. So that tells you
They have basically the silver coins. They don't have the nickel or the cent. They have basically the silver coins and a silver eagle in them, and they sell for like 85 to $150.
meh. That's how I feel about them. Meh. Just buy a proof set. Get a couple eagles. You know, no need to make these weird fancy sets.
I agree. I mean, this set, there's nothing exclusive in this set. Absolutely nothing.
No, it's just a bunch of coins you can get in other sets. In a
Right.
set.
And what else is more is besides the more silver in it is the $235 price tag on the set. This
Yikes, bikes. That's a bunch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So, here we go. That's what I was talking about, though, with, maybe this new mint director, because silver dropped.
Right. Maybe they'll
Silver dropped.
start making less sets. That'd be cool.
I don't care how many. Look, it's $21. It's $22 an ounce. Why are you selling this stuff for? There's less than 3 ounces of silver in this
Mike,
set.
you know the answer.
I do, because they can't.
Because
We
they
won't get into
can.
that joke again.
No, we won't, but that's the truth.
The United States Mint has also released the 2021 Mint uncirculated set. That's why I was just trying to avoid the bad news of the other one.
Okay, so we have mint sets. Back to the basics. Awesome. Mint sets.
So how long are they going to continue to make these?
Mint sets?
Yeah.
I would hope they continued in perpetuity making these sets. As long as we make coins, they should make mint sets.
Well, I mean, you would think so. I personally hope so as I collect them. But, a total of 14 coins this year at a cost of $25.95.
I mean, that's a little better, right?
Okay. So the coinnews.net article says, like it's a sales pitch, the same price as last year's set, which sold out and has reported sales of 211,788.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what they sold. That's popular. There's a lot more people out there that collect mint sets.
Yes, but it seems that they have been waning every year. There are fewer and fewer of them made every single year. Last year, they made 200,000 of them, figuring, okay, this should be enough to last us a year. And because of the pandemic, people bought a lot of stuff, and so they sold out, and then they didn't go back and make any more. So,
It'll be
I
telling.
don't think that they sat down at the beginning of the year and said, let's limit the number to 211,768. That seems like a good number.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be telling to see this year the sales versus last year. 2020 was a weird year. 2021's been kind of weird, but should be interesting to see if they sell more or less or about the same this year.
Well, I mean, they're not releasing them until October this year, right?
Yeah.
Well, the very end of September last year, I think they came out in like August, maybe September.
Just in time for the holidays. That's good timing.
Well, I collect them. I'm one of these dopes that actually does purchase these things every year, but I just don't like the idea of them, leaving the price at $25.95 when you got 6 less coins this year.
Yeah, they again. I think it's not about the coins themselves. It's about the set itself. It's about the product of the set, not necessarily what's in the set. It's a widget to them.
Well, it definitely is, but I don't know. Their marketing strategy has just got me in the dark. So let's step off the U.S. Mint's neck just for a moment and move on to the world of news, the world of world coins.
There you go.
Mexico will release 2021 dated proof Libertads this year to mark the 40th year of their release.
Awesome.
Now, do you see a demand for Libertads, Matt?
I mean, I like them. I don't have people banging down the doors asking for them, but I like the coins. I think they're pretty.
I mean, we have people who buy them when they see them in the case, but
Right.
very few people asking for them on the phone.
Yeah, we don't have anybody calling saying, "Are you going to order any Libertad?" No, we don't get that.
Yeah. 50 pesos, different story altogether.
Sure. Yeah. Well, it's
Yeah, but
1.204 ounces of gold, friend.
Well, exactly. These coins coincide with the bicentennial Mexican independence.
Cool.
And the Mexican government will issue bimetallic circulating 20 pesos to commemorate the event. So it's a circulating commemorative. Kind of cool. They're okay.
Yeah, I mean, I like that they make the same coin in different sizes. That's kind of cool. You know, they have the. I jumped onto the next coin here, the bicentennial medal. But I like that they go back to the Libertads and they make the different sizes. I mean, they make them in like what is it, 1/20th, 1/10th, 1/4, 1 and 2.
5, 10.
Do they make 5s and 10s still? I know they did.
I know that.
Yeah, yeah. Here they go. They're going. Okay, so they make 5 ounce, 2 ounce, 1 ounce, half ounce, quarter ounce, 10th ounce, 20th ounce. That's what they're making this year.
The
So,
1 ounce, they're going to make 600,000. The rest of them under 15.
yes. So anything but the 1 ounce is going to be a scarce coin. The 1 ouncers, because they're most popular, I'm sure. That's why. So anyway, I'm sorry. You can jump on back to the bicentennial medal.
I just wanted to say that they line up with the Mexican bicentennial, which did not happen on May 5th. Just to be clear. And I just like the newness of a New Mexican coin. The fact that they went to a bimetallic coin and that it's a circulating commemorative.
Yeah, it's a cool looking coin.
Speaking of which, Australia will issue a 50 pence Christmas decoration coin.
What is that?
Well, see, truthfully, it's not what I expected either. But when you think about it, Christmas is completely different in the Southern Hemisphere.
That's true. It's warm.
Right. So I have friends in Australia and have heard them say they just can't think of Christmas without thinking about going to the beach.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
They
You know,
have
it's the middle of the
draws
summer
and
down there, so
summer things. So, as they should, because December is midsummer down under.
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I can see that.
But this design is just one that I can't quite figure out what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's some sort of allegorical beach thing, maybe.
I don't know.
Or a wedding cake. I'm not quite sure.
That's kind of the thing. Is it looks like the fringe of a garment.
Right. Yeah.
It's a wrinkle in it. It's got
Maybe it's
it's
on
got
fire.
beadwork.
I don't know.
Beadwork or something like that. Oh,
It's definitely doesn't convey. I definitely don't look at that and think, oh, yep, that's Christmas. That's
well,
Christmas.
my first thought when I heard a Christmas coin was, oh, okay, here's something else that they can market to the rest of the world. And
Right.
I don't think that's going to be the case here.
I don't think so either.
All right, so back to bashing the U.S. Mint.
All right, let's go.
We had to give him a standing 8 count, but now we're back to him. So for unknown reasons, the U.S. Mint is striking $21.50 for circulation.
Why not? Yeah, they've.
I don't know what they're thinking. Maybe this is David Ryder's final middle finger to everybody on his way out.
Yeah, as my last executive order, I'll be signing this that you have to make $50 for circulation again. Bye.
I mean, it's like, I just don't know. I mean, it's like what the article in Coin Week talks about is maybe, because of the lowered buying power of the $quarter, that people will start automatically moving to halves, which have just not circulated, won't work in vending machines.
Yeah, make vending machines take them. You might have a chance.
I think that's the biggest problem right there. Is they won't work in vending machines, so they're just not going to circulate. There's no place in a drawer for them in a bin.
Yep. Nope.
I don't know.
It's just not going to happen. I mean, there's a lot of things they have to do to make these coins circulate, and none of that is in place. So it's just not going to happen.
The Coin Week article compares these to, well, maybe they'll get some initiative from to spur collector interest, like the 2019 and 2020 W West Mint American. No, they're not going to be anything like that.
Once they stopped putting them out into circulation, people stopped collecting the circulating coins. They stopped collecting uncirculated Kennedy halves. I mean, you only have them out, not in circulation. You can only get them in rolls. Straight from the mint. I mean, yeah.
And there's a very, very concentrated audience for those.
I couldn't even tell you what years when they last put them out in circulation. I don't even know.
Oh, it was 1996.
96. So ever since 1996 up until 2020, 25 years later, they just said, you know what, guys?
We could put them out there and people collect them.
Yeah, let's put them back out. Why not? No.
So, I wonder what they're going to do with all the halves when the banks don't order them. Maybe they'll go and sit in storage with the over $1 billion coins currently in storage.
Maybe the post office, like stamp machines were running low on change. Maybe that's it.
So the Treasury currently boasts a reserve of 1.011 billion with a B dollar coins, which in all fairness is down from the 2012 total of 1.44 billion, but the current supply seems to decrease by approximately 4 million coins a month. And at that rate, we won't need to mint anymore for about 20 years.
Where are they sending these 4 million coins? Is my question. Like, what is happening to them? Nobody uses them. Do they go? Oh, I mean, I guess the you know it's
400, they're supplying banks with them and post office machines apparently.
yeah. I guess the only time I
I
ever
mean,
see them is when I go to Chicago and have to pay the tolls. Sometimes they spit them back out, or they hand them to you when you give them change, or
well,
when they're
that's the
giving
thing
you
is the only
change.
place you'll get them is from a machine.
Yeah. No,
You
I
know,
mean I've had people hand them to me from the booth attendants. Like you give them a 5, they give you 2 coins
we
and a
don't do
quarter.
that. We haven't done that since the pandemic anymore.
Oh well, yeah, it's been
Anymore.
yeah. Well, okay.
But it's so you're talking about the 4 million per month that seemingly goes someplace. Think about this. Do the math. There are approximately 160 million people in the United States.
Yep.
That's one for every 400 people a
Wow,
month. That's probably about right.
that's nuts. I never thought about it like that, but yeah,
How
that's nuts.
we go through.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we don't have too much passive aggressive Mike tonight. Numismatic Guarantee Corporation is now Numismatic Guarantee Company.
I didn't see this story. Huh.
Any idea why, Matt?
I mean, I'm sure it has to do with the sale of the corporation, to the investors that bought it. I'm sure that.
I mean, there's always a reason that a corporation makes a change like this. The type of change might make a difference in like the rules under which they file taxes, something like that. But in this case especially, NGC, their name is their brand. Now NGC, has become the abbreviation under which they're known, and that won't change. But when your name is your brand,
Yeah.
I don't understand what could be so important about the difference between corporation and company.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not quite sure why. I'm sure it had something to do with the purchase of the company. I'm just not quite sure why or what that was.
Okay, so this was part of that bigger, corporate collectors universe thing.
No. Collector's Universe was bought by a different company, but NGC was bought by an investment company as well. So,
Okay, so it probably does. It probably fits into the corporation that they see. Don't I look stupid now?
I mean, it's just
Every day.
just one of those things. I'm sure it just has to do something legal schmeagle that's really probably pretty boring, and that's why they're doing it. But for
Yeah,
us, as
probably
coin nerds,
very,
it's like, oh, yeah,
well, why'd they change that?
right.
An 1831 capped bust proof quarter dollar will come up for auction this month.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah, this is one of the earliest proof coins minted by the United States. Proof coins to this point consisted of presentation coins made for heads of state, like the King of Siam set in
Yep.
1834. And so they're really, really rare. Bidding for this coin has already reached over 6 figures, according to Coin Update's article.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, these are the kind of coins that have a mintage of like 5. I mean, it's insane. So,
Well, and it's an absolutely beautiful coin. It's proof 66, and it's nearly 200 years old.
yeah, it does look very nice in the pictures, but
That little blue on it.
yeah, it's kind of pretty.
It's kind of pretty. You got a pretty mouth. All right, so finally in the news, I am taking this show someplace different tonight, aren't I?
You really are.
Coin Week published an article in which Q. David Bowers tells us the story of early pattern U.S. coins.
Okay.
So this story takes place in early America under the Articles Confederation, or as I like to call it, USA 1.0.
Yep.
This was our first iteration. We were still figuring out how to do the business of being our own nation and all the growing pains that went with it.
Mm-hmm.
So in 1783, one of the first pattern coinages was struck, and this consisted of a 5-unit piece, a 100-unit piece called the bit, a 500-unit piece called the quint, and the 1,000-unit piece called the mark.
So it was like a prototype. I mean, a pattern, of course, but
This was
prototype coinage
the
system.
Nova Constellatio patterns. And so on the reverse, they have on the obverse, I'm sorry, they have the all-seeing eye surrounded by rays and stars with the legend Nova Constellatio. and the reverse has the legend Libertas Justitia, 1783 a wreath, and then it has the denomination inside.
Huh. I mean, that's pretty darn cool.
But this story is actually even cooler, and I don't want to, I don't want to tell the story. I want to direct people to the Coin Week article if they're interested in reading it. But in 1783, they were struck, and this consisted of these pieces. Right now, the pieces became property of Charles Thompson, who was secretary of the first, I think it was the Continental Congress at that point. His property was willed to his nephew, who found two of these coins in the drawer in the desk.
Huh. That's cool.
So they were kept until he died, and subsequently he willed them to his son, Samuel E. Thompson, and passed them through other hands until 1872 when they were sold to the well-known dealer of the time, John Hazeltine.
Okay.
And the coins were very well preserved, and only 2 quints and 1 mark are known to exist today.
Wow, that's cool. That is a cool story. Cool story.
Yeah, stories. Cool story, bro.
Cool story, bro.
I like stories, and I managed to get that one in without even ruining the story. You should go to coinweek.com and you should read that one. It's great. Don't wait for the movie.
Don't wait for the movie, folks.
So that was the news, and the news was brought to you tonight by clocks, helping the world keep time for over 8 centuries. They're versatile, they're wonderful, but own more than one and you'll never really know what time it is. Even a broken one is right twice a day, and what else can you say that about? What else can you say that about? We're clocks.
We're clocks.
You're listening to the Coin Show Podcast with Matt Dinger and Mike Nodelman.
And this won't star Mike's fingers.
Well, sir, I think that this Real Deal segment we've been doing has been great. What do you think?
It was definitely fun. I think we got a lot of really good feedback from it.
Yeah, I think so too. So
I think a lot of people liked it. As soon as you mentioned it, people started liking. So
yeah, definitely. So give me just a second here. Get my program up.
Well, I'll tell you what. Before we do the real deal,
Okay.
why don't we give something away?
You want to give something away? What do you want to give away? Oh yeah, well that's true.
Month.
I didn't grab the names off the friends of the Facebook group, so why don't you go in there while we're sitting here? We can talk for a sec. Go through, and you just scroll, and I'll tell you when to stop, and that one that your mouse is on will be the winner. How's that? Live
Cool.
on the spot, bingo bango. Let's do it.
Let's do that. So Facebook, go to Friends of the Coin Show podcast. Wow, what an awesome group.
Yeah, I know. I love that group.
Where do I find the members? Joined? No.
It should be up towards the top somewhere.
Oh, let's see. Rooms, topics, more. Members. There we go. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, just start scrolling. You scroll away. We're going to give away a 2021 Silver Eagle right here. Right here. Here it is. It's in my hand.
Get to the list.
Bingo bango.
Let's see.
In a flip. Ready to go.
Moderators. Friends.
Do you want me to do it?
No, I think I got it.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
Scroll. Just scroll. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people in that group. Let's just let you scroll. Stop. Stop.
Russell Franks.
Russell Franks. All right. Nice.
Yes.
You scrolled right to Russell Franks. Imagine that.
Imagine that. Of course. Russell Franks.
No, that's good. That'll work. Cool. Well, you know what? We're not done giving things away yet. I don't think. I got more stuff.
A 1 ounce Silver Eagle.
2021.
21.
Yeah.
Courtesy of the Coin Show
Yeah.
and the patrons of the Coin Show podcast.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Thank you guys for.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Thanks for everything you do. And we're more than happy to be able to give this stuff away. It's really cool.
Yeah. So let me see if I've broken this program. I might have broken this. So hold on a sec. Yep, I did. 1 second. I'll be right there. I got to get my program up. I know this is for you guys that are live. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us. I gotta for my technical difficulty here. Here we go. I think I got her. There we
Oh, look
go.
at that.
All right, Mike.
Rock-a-bye, baby.
Why don't you give me? Well, let's go back to us. We're gonna make this into a segment all of its own, anyways. So let's go back to us on the show here. Why don't you just give us? Oops! See, look what I did. I messed it up all the way. It's okay. I'm getting there.
Wee.
There we go.
Oh.
All right, now we're back. So why
All
don't you throw me just a meatball opening to this, and then we'll take it and go from there.
Yeah, because all right. So, Matt, one of the more interesting coins in the Indian head cent series
Yep.
is the 1877.
Mm-hmm.
It is a key date, really, really valuable,
Yep.
and yet super, super easy to authenticate.
It is. It's one of the easiest coins out there to authenticate. And let's take a look at one, and I'll show you how you can tell if yours is genuine. Let me get this pulled up here. Here we go. So in front of us, we have an 1877 Indian head cent. This coin is in an AU55 holder, I believe. Thank you, PCGS, for use of your pictures again. So the thing with 1877 Indian head pennies and what makes this so easy to authenticate is they only had one reverse die pair. They had a couple of different obverse die pairs, but the reverse is how you authenticate an 1877 Indian head cent. So what you want to look at is you go right into the middle of the reverse here, and you want to see some weakness in the bottom of this top end and the top left side of this bottom end. And they call these the shallow ends. And in the 1870s, the 1877 Indian head cent is the only one that has these shallow ends. So that's the easiest way to tell that your coin is genuine. There are some other ways. Most of the die pairs of 1877 have the second seven just a pinch lower than the first seven. And also the shape of the sevens. You want to look at these serifs here to see the serifs, the side of the sevens, to see that they're nice and square. You want to see them straight up and down because what you see most commonly with 1877 Indian head cents is they will actually take other dates and change them to sevens. Most popularly, you see them take 1879s and change them to 77s. Or sometimes they will change both of the digits to make them appear to be uniformed. But the shape of those two digits is the second way to tell it's real. But the first way, check out that center of the back. It's really, really easy. Once you see it, you'll never forget it. And actually, most of the Indian head pennies in the 1860s have that same shallow end. The 1866, 67, 68, 69, they all have that shallow, weak in reverse. So if you can even look at those and kind of tell what you're supposed to be looking for. There's only now, I was reading about this a little bit today just to make sure that I covered everything. And one thing I did read was that they do have some examples out there of these coins that don't have the shallow ends, and that was from when the die was just really, really early on. Apparently, it hadn't kind of got to this point yet. So there's about a half a dozen examples known that don't show the typical shallow end reverse, but all the other coins out there you're going to see look just like that.
And I want to add just a couple of things to this because
Please
I think
do.
it's really good information. The date on the 1877 is really one of the most important places to look. You're going to see so many of these that have altered dates
Yep.
and that they've taken, either an 1887 coin or an 1897 coin and tried to make the 9 into a 7, or an 1870s coin and tried to make the last digit into another 7. And the consistency with the way that these 7s look on a genuine coin is generally not there when people alter the numbers in the date, except when they alter both of them, as you mentioned, and then they still look crude and they don't quite look the same. The roundness at the bottoms of them are also really important and something that people miss when they're creating this from a fantasy die. And here's what I think. and you may disagree with me on this, but this is just me pontificating. You're talking about there are, less than 2 dozen examples known with a strong reverse, right?
Yeah, there's not very
And
many.
right. And there are also proofs known of this date, and the
Yes.
proofs do not have the weak reverse. And
They
we're
could
not
very well
talking
be
about it
circulated
being from
proofs.
a proof die. The strong reverse ones are not made from a proof die. I think the strong reverse ones actually came from later in the year when they replaced the reverse die before they went into 1878.
It's possible.
But
Yeah,
that's
that's
just a supposition on my part because you see the weakness progressing from the 1860s into the 70s, and then in 1877 it gets really bad.
yeah. Well,
And
it
it gets
actually,
so bad that every single one of them has this just really, really horrible, and it's in the very center of the coin.
yes.
So this is, the hardest part of the coin to fill. This is the, definitely the high point of the center of the reverse. And so that, coupled with the fact that it had progressed for a while makes me think that they actually changed the die late in the year and struck very few coins from it.
It's entirely possible. It's also entirely possible that those strong in coins could be circulated proofs. Um,
They could be, but for the most part, I think they've shown diagnostics on them where they're not made from the proof dies.
Oh, well,
But
there you go. See?
it does depend on your coin.
Yeah, that's true. So, anyways, guys, that's it. That was really easy. That's how you tell if your 1877 cent is genuine.
I'll tell you what.
Tell me what.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen one quite this nice as the one that you have in the picture from
I-
PCGS.
I try to pick nice examples. I try to pick coins that are
This is-
nice. And
Most of them that I see are really worn.
most of
And
them.
even on this, I mean the high grade of this specimen, that reverse is the way it is.
Yes. I didn't want to pick one that was too high because, I was looking at examples in 66 that still had it, but you kind of want to pick a coin somewhere in the middle because most of the ones you see are going to be circulated. I've probably owned
It's-
maybe 20 of them this year, and I think the highest grade we had was a VG. So it's like, so
It's kind of like the 16D in XF. You look at it and you're like,
yeah, right. It looks
Correct.
weird. I was thinking, and I was doing a little reading on that, and I also read that they think that the mintage of like 280 something thousand might be high, because if that one single reverse die struck all those coins, it would have shown a lot more wear and tear than this particular die did. So they actually think that number might not be right. They think it may be inflated.
lower than that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the second rarest date by mintage. 1909S is a little bit rare, but people in the 1870s were not collecting coins the way they were, after the turn of the century.
Well,
So,
not only that, but you also have the tradition of people saving the last of an old thing.
Right,
And
right.
first new thing, 09S being the last of the Indian heads.
yeah, that's right. So, cool. I hope you guys learned something. We're going to keep doing this. We'll find out something cool next time, and we'll bring it to you. So, I hope you enjoy this segment. Mike, sir, are you ready to get to their coolest thing?
I am always ready to
All
look
right.
at their things.
Let's get there. Let me make sure I have this one pulled up right too, huh?
I love looking at this stuff.
Oh, hello.
Let's see. I think I can actually go and look at this.
I know. This is going to be a heavy edit show.
I think so.
I think so too.
You gonna take my fingers out of the beginning?
Maybe.
Is it on Friends or is it on?
It's on Friends. It's always on Friends. Friends of the Coin Show on Facebook.
Show your coolest thing.
Yeah, let me get it pulled up here because for some reason I have no idea how. I just decided I was going to close everything out. Yeah,
That's
why
okay.
not? Right.
We'll get there.
I'm here. Let's see.
As always, Isaiah Hageman leads off. The
Oh, hold
sled-
on. I'm not there yet, friend.
I
I'm
mean,
getting there.
He's taking pride in being the first one.
Yep. Hold on. Man, sorry, everybody. I'm having some major issues this evening, and it is all my fault.
It's not all me tonight.
No,
No,
it's not. It's
I'm
not.
making a train wreck out of this thing tonight anyway. Although I think we sound probably better than we have ever.
It's possible. Here we go. All right. Coming in hot. Now you guys see how I put all this together, too. All at the same time. All right. Here we go.
Okay.
Bam. All right.
Your coolest thing.
Your coolest thing. Let's check this out, you guys. So let me get it pulled
Isaiah
up
leads
here.
off,
Isaiah. Boom.
and he says, by now Matt should know I'll be the first one on here posting.
That's true. So far, so good.
He's taking pride in that. So here's an 1834 Plane 4 Half Eagle. For your viewing pleasure, I got it for an absolute steal of a price, so it's a personal collection item. I mean, come on. You know, anytime you get 1830s gold.
I love classic heads. That's one of my favorite types of U.S. gold.
Yeah.
Just there's just something about that design. I really like it. It's kind of, you know, the similar design to the large cent, which I also like. You know, it's just neat.
Yeah, and they only made the large cent that looked like that for a couple of years.
Yeah,
And then they went to cornet head. I like this head. I like this design.
Let's see if he posted a picture of the back. Oh, and as if he didn't lead off with one, let's lead off with two. Go for it. He says, and to beat Jack Young to showing off his amazing counterfeits, here's a group of PCGS fakes from Asia, to include a fake PCGS storage box. Wow. I've never seen that.
Well, I've never seen a box like that.
No, me neither. Weird.
That is weird.
It's amazing what you guys collect. I really like seeing this stuff.
Yeah. Dave Nelson has a crusty Albany Commem.
Ooh, that's a cool one. That's one of those ones that was stuck into the original holders that have these little tabs that kept them in. Have you ever seen those before?
I'm thinking of like these black slide.
No. They were kind of like a cardboard thing, and they had a little piece of cardboard that went across the middle, and you slide the coin in and out.
Okay.
And it's maybe not cardboard is the right word, but it was like a heavy piece of paper, kind of almost.
So the tab protected it from toning, and all the rest of it toned really.
Yep. Yes, sir. Huh. Cool. Neat stuff. Let's see. Joe Bohannon says, got this from Ben the Coin Geek at the A&A show. Hey, Ben, and hey, Joe. PCGS Proof 65 Cameo. Love the toning. I like the toning, too.
I love cameo barber quarters, barber halves, barber dimes, barbers.
Barbers.
Barber.
That's a pretty coin, too. That's kind of how I like those coins to look. You know, with that kind of electric blue on the outside coming into the little bit lighter colors. I really like that coin. Let's look at the back of it here. There she blows. About the same. Very nice. Very nice. I love proof barber coinage.
Mark free, really nice. J.R. Preston, I've been in the market for a problem-free 18th century coin for years. I stumbled upon this specimen. Common date, 1798, hairstyle 2, draped bust, large cent. Bought it off eBay. Paid more than I wanted to for one of these, but it was well worth it.
1798 is one of the...
coin.
I'm sorry.
Now it's his oldest U.S. minted coin that he owns.
1798 large cents are fun. They are one of the more common dates to get, but there are so many different die varieties of these, and there are actually some rare ones. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds. There's a lot of variety, but it's also most of them are relatively affordable. So good place to start if you're thinking about doing early American copper is the 1798 large cent. Just a pro tip there.
Absolutely.
And Hercules. Let's see what Kirk has to say. Maybe not a coin, but this is me 3 weeks ago. After 30 years, this was my last cigarette at $6 a pack. Hey, man, congratulations. I know it's hard to quit.
The struggle is real.
Yes, sir. Good to see that. Hope you're holding up well.
Absolutely.
Now you have more money to buy coins. That's awesome. Jim Barlow. Not sure how long ago I got this, but I dig these. Looks like it's an 1853 halftime. Nice.
Oh, halftime. Okay.
Yeah, it's a halftime.
Tyler Tyson, die I hand engraved last year, rolled elongated.
Oh, cool. Nice.
So you put COVID-19 mask.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool. I like that.
Let's see. And then he shows. Oh, wow. Yeah, he's doing all sorts.
He made several of them, he says. He has an F-bomb one, which is kind of cool.
Literally. The F-bomb. Nice. Family-friendly show. We can keep it that way with the F-bomb die. Maybe that'll be the sponsor of the next show.
F-bombs.
Yeah. Stephen Hall, my new boon half. Ooh, that's a pretty coin. Not necessarily one of my favorite commands, but this one's attractive just because of the toning. It looks like it's very lustrous, and it has some nice original rainbow toning at the top and around the edges on the back. Pretty coin. Pretty coin. I bet you it's just as pretty in hand, too.
Yeah, I'll bet you it looks really nice in hand. I'll bet there is no way the luster shows up on that.
Yeah.
My boss checked in, Aaron Burke.
Hey, boss, what's up?
Today for a client. This he bought from the Spink auction. So this was a gold pattern.
You're not going to give us any more about it? I don't know anything about that thing.
I really don't know anything about it, but here, hold on a second. I'll pull it up. So this was, let's see. This was a gold pattern for a groat, 1601 after Nicholas Hilliard.
Wow.
So this coin sold for 400,000 pounds, which is close to $1 million.
Yeah, that's a bunch of money.
Yeah, it is. It's probably
it's probably like 600,000 US.
Yeah.
Hello.
So it's the 7th issue, pattern in gold for a groat. Let's see. This coin, breathtaking canon of tuner portraiture and most enchanting image of the Elizabethan form, struck on coin alignment with a light ochre tone, overlying quite brilliant fields, extremely fine, of the highest rarity, with only 2 recorded in gold. So it's one of 2.
Wow, that's cool. It's super cool.
That was really, really
And it
cool.
looks like it's graded NGC MS61.
Yes.
Wow.
Not bad for something that's over 500 years old.
Brent Pearson, friend of the show. Hey, Brent, what's happening? Says, my coolest thing is a spy coin I bought from spycoins.com. Brian makes them by hand in Montana. They have been featured on NCIS Los Angeles and Bosch. The CIA and KGB used secret compartment spy coins during the Cold War. The one Brian makes to hide an SD card. I bought the Ike dollar and the nickel.
I would think the Ike dollar would be way better.
Yeah. I mean, that's an interesting use for coinage. I knew that they kind of did stuff like that, but...
Yeah, they machine them, and now it's CNC machines. I mean, think about the accuracy you could do this stuff with.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Eugene Kim, after graduating nursing school, I went to Springfield, Illinois, because I'm a mega fan of Abe Lincoln. I went to various sites, including his home. The coin I got from the Abraham Lincoln Presidential Library. It is one ugly coin, but it's cool to me. I've been to the Presidential Library, the Lincoln Presidential Library in Springfield. It's a really cool place. It's where they had the launch ceremony for the 2009 census.
The sense, yeah. Yeah, I remember covering that story. Yeah, that's cool. It's like a challenge coin, It's like yeah, interesting. Really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice and enameled on the reverse.
Yeah, that's cool.
Presidential Library seal.
Tyson Dallas says, I typically only have foreign coins that I acquired incidentally, but I recently purchased this Austrian 25 euro bimetal coin. I really like the design and that it's made of silver and niobium. Is that how you say that? Niobium?
I say it.
Pretty cool that other countries are minting coins out of unusual metals. Oh, weird. Yeah, that thing is a strange color.
Is a really weird color, and that's the one that they made with that steampunk design. Remember the geared one?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. I'm in love with that coin.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Moore Martin. This is an advertising token for a Charlie Chaplin movie called The Gold Rush. They were thrown in the streets to promote the movie.
Really?
Yeah, so they're creating a mini gold rush. There appear to have been 10 different tokens produced. This one is for the Gaiety Theatre in Manchester, commencing 11 January 1926. So I would think that this is in Britain.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, it looks like they're real gold pieces.
That's cool. Tony O'Neill posts a California $50 with a hole in it. Gosh darn it.
That's a beautiful coin.
Yeah, well.
Simple bear.
Yeah, it really is cool. Adam says, okay, Matt Dinger won't like this, but I still think it's pretty cool. Thanks, Adam. I really appreciate that. I love the hat the most, but I'll show you my 3D remembrance coins. Whoa, what? There's a hat, a poppy, and I don't know what that last one is.
Well, it looks like a silver poppy.
Oh yeah, okay. I see it now. Wow, I
Silver
was totally
coin.
not seeing that. I was seeing something completely different.
Yeah, this is a family show.
I know. I'm trying to keep it that way. Sorry.
Ron
Cool.
Dorland, 1903, proof 63 U.S. Philippines, 20 centavos.
That coin's got some really pretty toning. I like that.
The funny thing is that it doesn't look like the same coin. He shows a true view of it,
Yeah.
and then just a slap. It's like, that doesn't look like the same coin. Wow, what a pretty coin.
Yeah. Yeah. That just shows you sometimes how deceiving pictures can be one way or the other. Who's to say? Who knows, my friend? Who knows? Cool. Very cool coin. Let's see here. Warren Kennedy, while in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina on business, found this cutie at a pre-pandemic price, so I grabbed it to join the other high denomination notes I have because they're getting very tough to find at affordable prices. That is very true. We were just talking about that today in the office. Nice, $500 bill. Those guys have gone from about $750 to like $1,500 in the last 2 years. It's insane. Hot
Yes,
market.
there's a really high demand for them. And look at the serial number on this: 0014 15 14. So close.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a cool serial number.
That is a cool
Ash
sound.
Dobbs, my one and only hammered gold coin, France, Écudeur of King Francois I, struck between 1515 to 1546. I wonder what this could buy back. I will tell you, it'd buy a lot.
Oh, I bet, man. That's cool though. Look at that dragon on the back.
Look at how centered it is.
Yeah, that's cool. I like those little dragon guys though. That's my favorite part of that coin. Super cool.
Lots of fleur de lis.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see what we got. Malcolm McGaw says, I don't collect many modern coins. Yeah, me neither. I really prefer hammered, but I picked this up for just over face value about 20 years ago. Falkland Islands 25 pounds is 150 grams and 65 millimeters. So it's a fair hunk of silver with a mintage of only 20,000. Huh, cool.
150 grams.
150 grams.
5-ounce coin.
Yep. 31.1 grams in a troy ounce. So yes, sir.
Just under 5 grams or 5 ounces. That's a beautiful coin. Vance Adkins, this is a good for token from the suburb of Cincinnati that I grew up in, Deer Park. The Deer Park Inn is still there. Also, I threw in a Star of David Civil War token.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Let me get to the next one here. I actually like those.
And also, I have this 1877 Indian head set.
I'm happy to look at coins.
Yeah, that's in great shape. This is a
Yeah.
beautiful Civil War token.
Yeah, it really is. Neat piece. Dennis Mendoza says nothing but sends us a picture of an 1858 $10 gold piece in AU58 CAC. That is a cool coin. Pretty
And I
cool.
think just letting the coin do the talking.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to mic drop and walk away, and that's, I think, exactly what Dennis just did. So
That is a beautiful coin.
that is a cool coin. There's another picture of it. Oh no, this is a different coin because why not? Mic drop
Why not?
again. 1846 over 50, 10 in PCGS AU 55 from the
The Harry Bass collection.
yeah, cool coins.
Yeah, very much so.
Very
And,
and you know what? Why not? Let's drop a third one, Dennis. Look at you, animal. 1852 $10 Liberty PCGS AU 55 CAC. Again, all three of those coins are tough. If you don't know that series, very, very tough coins. Very tough coins.
as always, Jack Young checks in. My latest add to my odd collection is this 1882 Great Britain shilling. PCGS cert is no longer valid as I reported it, as the counterfeit it is. Good job, Jack.
Gee whiz.
Apparently, 1882 was a scarce date for these back in the 70s, and the counterfeits were believed to have been made to fill that void.
Wow.
And then he put up some big pictures, courtesy of PCGS Coin Facts.
Yeah, let me scroll to these. Let's take a look here. Ooh, weird. Yeah, that's a weird looking coin. I would have questioned that coin too. But you know what? That just goes to show you guys. The grading companies are not perfect. They miss things. It happens. That's why they have their guarantees.
And he shares a picture of a real one for comparison.
Yeah, let me get to this. This is a fake one.
Nose.
This is the fake one, and then let's take a look at a real one here side by side. Let me shrink this down a little bit. There we
You don't
go.
have. He gives you a side by side.
Oh, I know. I have it. I'm just trying to get it so that we can look at it together on the screen with everyone. Yeah, the nose is definitely different. If you look on the left-hand side, obviously it's kind of curved upwards, whereas on the right-hand side it kind of goes the other direction. That's a really easy pickup on that coin.
The common Roman bump in the nose.
Yep.
That's the classic Roman nose.
Yep.
And this one has ski slope.
Wow, that's scary. But, that kind of stuff happens. It's out there, and the grading companies miss it, and it stinks. But you know what? Hopefully they, and if Jack wanted to, I guarantee you they would buy that coin back from him. But knowing Jack, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, and I mean, they're so common, he found another one in a German coin shop.
Wow, look at that. Yeah, so that's the thing. That's the thing with this stuff, too, sometimes, guys.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the thing with this stuff. I mean, you get one guy that makes a bunch of these, 30 years ago, and they turn up everywhere. They turn up all over the place sometimes. There's definitely U.S. coins like that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
And sometimes the counterfeits are collectible.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. But, this one looks to be a little bit higher grade, and you can really see the date is pretty ugly on it, too. So, cool. Very interesting. Sean says, my dad came to visit last week and told me he was bringing a few coins that he had buried them in storage when he was a kid. This is part of what I ended up getting. Cool. 3-cent pieces. I love it.
Yeah, nickel and silver.
Yeah. Another one of my favorite series, actually, 3 cents.
I didn't like 3 cents for the longest time, and I'm starting to really like this 3-cent nickels.
Yeah, they're cool.
All the clash marks.
Yeah.
There are tons of them in that series.
Yes, there are. Susan says, this is pretty cool. I think so, too.
It's a bull. Strong bull.
She likes this one, too. San Luis Obispo, California. Cal Poly. So she must like animals. I've decided. Susan, if you don't like animals and I've got you pegged all wrong, please tell me. But I believe you like animals on coins.
And if you like animals, just send a like. Rich Bottles Jr. Some coins that were smashed on the rails by President McKinley's funeral train in 1901.
Have you ever seen these before? I've had a few of these.
Done it.
No, I mean
never
of these.
Able to find the pennies afterwards. That was always the problem.
Right. No, I mean of these particular McKinley pieces. I've actually had a few of these, and the first one I got, I was like, "What the heck is this?" I'm trying to figure it out. And apparently, that was a thing. People would, put a penny on the tracks, and then they would take it home, and engrave it as to why it was significant. And so that's what it is.
It's their memento of the president as he passed through their city.
Yep. Cool. I've seen those before, but it's funny. I haven't seen one in a long time, and that reminded me of him when he posted it. So thanks, Rich. I appreciate seeing those.
Yeah, I mean, they talk about the Lincoln funeral train, that it took him so long to get from Washington to Springfield, where he was buried. They had to embalm him like 3 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Bob says, bought this great-looking Mercury dime about 7 years ago from a dealer in Oregon. It was raw at the time, but he agreed to send it for grading before mailing it to me and adding on that cost of the purchase. He priced it at $215. It came back with full band grade, and he honored the original price. That's a good guy right there. One of my favorite dealers. I see it as a PCGS price guide of $550. One of my better purchases. It's a tough coin in full band, 31. Any of those dimes in the 30s are tough.
Yeah, and 65 full bands too. That's a nice score.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And last but not least, Sean Partner closes it out today. In today's mail, World Silver, 1958, 500 lira from Italy, and 1928, 1 skilling from Ireland.
Nice. Cool. Very cool. Thank you guys for showing us this stuff. And I am sorry I had to turn it off a little early. But
look at the engraving on that.
Yeah.
That's really pretty.
Yeah, you guys go hog wild when I post that thing, and it's just it's one of those things that I love that segment, and I just had to shut it off early because I kept looking at them. Man, we're going to be doing this show for 4 hours if we keep it up. So Next show, I'll give you a little more warning when I'm going to shut her down, so you can get your stuff in there. So thank you guys for doing that. I really appreciate seeing that stuff.
Thank you for participating. That was really, really awesome.
Hey, let's give away one more coin. Let's do it. Why not?
Sure.
4 coins. The quadfecta. Quadfecta. Yeah.
All right. You scroll this time, and I'll tell you when to
I can't scroll, friend. I have 18 windows open.
Okay. I'm going to stop being lazy, then. Let's see. Friends of the Coin Show podcast.
We're going to give away another 21p Morgan.
Friends.
No, you know what, Mike? I got a better idea. We did the friends thing.
Yeah.
Let's just
Somebody's here.
Yeah, there you go. Go for it. Why don't you just let's see. How about everybody that's watching us live right now, type in the favorite year that your coin was minted. Your favorite year to collect if you have one. And if you don't have one, just type in a random year that coins were made. Type them in the chat, you guys. We can see it. And we'll go through and pick out one of those people that typed in a date as the winner of this coin live on the show, because we can. That's why. There we go. The years start pouring in. 1904, 1909, 2004, 1982, 1894, 1885, 1945. They're just pouring in now, Mike. You see that?
You do it. See, you're teaching me.
Yeah, I mean, this is just the way. There you go. Look at all these dates. I love it. I love seeing all these dates, you guys. Keep them coming. We'll go for another minute here. Mike and I will just... Mike, why don't we start doing our thank yous now for the show?
So we would like to thank our executive producers, especially tonight, Justin Irvin, for hanging in there, taking care of the stuff on the backside. We'd like to thank Barry Swan, the unnamed source, for what he does to contribute. Thank you to Ernesto for all of his work on our Facebook page. And let's see, who else am I forgetting? Justin. Corey.
Yeah.
Thank you to Corey for his contributions. And thank you to all of you who listened.
Yes.
We are available on Facebook, facebook.com/The Coin Show. We are also have a private group, Friends of the Coin Show, at facebook.com/Friends of the Coin Show. It's a private group. Join today. You have to ask to get in, but you'll see everything that everybody posts. We really kind of like that group. We're also available on Facebook, or not on Facebook, on Twitter, at The Coin Show, on YouTube at The Coin Show, on Instagram at The Coin Show, believe it or not.
Not on TikTok.
Let's see. And you can also help support our show by joining us on Patreon. Patreon.com/The Coin Show. If you join at the $5 level or more, you will have access to another show that Matt and I do on the off weeks from this show.
Yep.
So if that's not a threat enough,
if you can't get enough of this, you might as well come back for something else, right?
You might as well come back for something completely different. And that's not stealing the Monty Python line. It is truly completely different. Is that enough?
Pick a number between 1 and 20.
18.
18, got it. Tim Murphy, you have won this coin. Thank you for participating, you guys.
Tell him what he won.
You have won a 1921 P. Morgan silver dollar in brilliant uncirculated condition.
We
will get with you after the show. So, Mike, friend 193 is in the bag.
Man, and we gave them their money's worth tonight, didn't we?
We did. We sure as heck did.
We put up with a lot of crap, too, so it's okay.
What do you do? What do you do? Well, friends, for the Coin Show podcast, I'm Matt.
I'm Mike.
And we will see you guys next time on the Coin Show.
So long, everybody.
You've been listening to the Coin Show podcast with Matt Dinger and Mike Nodelman. We'll be back soon with another informative and entertaining episode. Meanwhile, you can follow the show on social media at The Coin Show, on Twitter and Instagram, and on Facebook at facebook.com/The Coin Show. You can also join their private group. Just search Facebook groups for friends of the Coin Show and request access. But if you want to take it to the next level and support the Coin Show podcast, you can go to www.patreon.com/thecoinshow. If you subscribe at the $5 a month level or higher, you'll have access to Not the Coin Show podcasts on the off weeks, as well as other surprises reserved for our patrons. Visit our website at coinshowradio.com or download our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, or wherever you download your podcasts. This has been the Coin Show Podcast.